All right, guys, how's everyone doing? We are live. Let me make sure that I am streaming. Yes. All right, cool. I'm on YouTube. So, today, guys, we are doing a WebRTC app with Laravel and Vue.js that is utilizing Peer.js as the WebRTC server. So for many of you who do not know what WebRTC it stands for Web Real-Time Communication. It is a set of APIs and protocols that allow you to build real-time web apps. And one of the things that you can do is you can share data in real time. So using this, we are going to build, or you're going to watch me build rather, a web app where you can send files, it doesn't matter how big the file is, browser to anybody on the internet. So it's kind of like torrent. So basically, how it's going to go is this is going to be one screen. Got to sign in. You choose your file. You have and then you hit. You choose the file. You put the channel of the person who you're trying to send it to, and then you hit the button. It opens a connection. It sends it. When the file is downloaded, it closes the connection. I might have to break this into two parts. It just depends on how far we get right now. Let me make sure everybody is on here. I'm going to send a notification out real quick. If anybody wants to follow along, you can go to github.com/mastershake08/file share. We also have the website up right now. It is https fileshare.JyroneParker.com. I haven't done any coding. This is going to be all from scratch, and as you can see, that's up there. All right, let us begin. So I've already created my application here. I have a code file share. I'm going to clear this out. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add the Node.js dependencies. So we're going to be using the Peer.js server, running it on our own backend, and we're going to be using the Peer.js client to interact with the server. So I'm just going to do npm install real quick. We're going to install Peer, and we're going to install Peer.js. So Peer is the server, Peer.js is the client. We're going to save. And while that's doing that, the backend, the Node.js script that's going to run the Peer server, it's all of like 6 lines. We're going to open up, since I'm using SSL, and you have to use SSL, I believe. I got to open up the file to the certificate and the key and whatnot, and just open up the listen for connections, and that's it. And that everything else is going to be on the client side. All right. So why did this fail? Directory. Okay. It said it failed right here, but then it said it added. So we'll see what happened here. But let's switch back over to Atom. And we're going to add a new file called server.js. And I've already done this with another WebRTC project, so I'm just going to copy and paste this code over here and explain it. We got video chat, resources, or not resources, I need to go down. And then I'm going to replace this with some env. I'm gonna add the .env so we can read from our environment variable. I put all the stuff like the certificate and all that in the environment variable. I want you guys, you should expose that out to the Git server. So we're gonna require this. SSL cert, SSL cert key. Yes, that's the cert key. All right. Require period of JS. I already have something running. I'm port 8000, so I'm gonna make this port 9000. And that's pretty much it. That's it for the server, for the Node.js part. We just want to open up the peer server with the options because I'm using SSL, and that's about it. So the next part what we're going to work on is the client side. So let me get that up. I'm just going to rename this example component. I'm going to call it file share component. Empty this out right here. Data. Oh, Gravity Gaming. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just now seeing your comments. WebRTC is not what YouTube and Twitch use for live stream video. They actually use what's called RTMP servers, which stands for Real-Time Media Protocol. That's actually, it's funny that you brought that up because I actually have a new business venture where I rent out RTMP servers. I'm actually going to be talking about that probably tomorrow on my stream. So listen to my tech talk tomorrow, and I'm going to be talking about the difference between WebRTC and RTMP. But thanks for the question. Return. Let's see. Oh, well, shoot. Before I do this, actually, I need to add the dependency. Let me go back to my other. We'll save some time here. Bootstrap. I got a window up here. Require peer.js. Yeah, no problem. WebRTC is really good for when you want to do connection to connection. So like 1-to-1, 2-to-2. no more than like 5 people really, and you use RTMP when you need to have like hundreds and thousands of concurrent connections. So once again, thank you for the question. If you have any more, please. Let's see. Go back here. I'm going to add this bootstrap. All right. We'll go ahead and get this documentation up here. Just gonna do up here. Cool. So, have you ever tried streaming video through Socket.io? So that's yes, but I actually use peer.js now because using WebRTC to do media streams. I actually have a web app, a non-video chat space. After I finish, if I have to do a part two, I'll do it then, or if I can fit it all in one video, I'll do it now. I actually have a web app where you can do streaming video. It's called a non-video chat.space. I'll show it to you after I finish this. But what we're going to do here is we got a peer object. We have a file. That's all that's going to be there. And then we're going to have some methods. We're going to do upload file function. And then we're also going to have a download file function with some data. And what else? Got upload, we got download. All right, cool. And then we're also, let's see, created. So upon creation, we want this dot peer to equal a new peer. And what it's going to do is give us a random ID. Your channel ID is peer.id. New peer. And then what else we want to do? I guess we also need another remote channel ID. And this remote channel ID is going to be the ID of the remote client that we're going to send or receive the file from. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect. We're going to change this up a little bit. First of all, we're going to indent. And instead of peer, it's going to be this dot peer. Connect. We're going to connect to this. channel ID. On open. Dot send. And in that send file, in that send callback, we're gonna take the file, turn it into a blob, and send it up that way. All right. So on the data. Actually, I'm sorry, this needs to go. I need to make this. Oh no. This dot con. We're gonna make con. Alright, so we got this peer, we're connecting the peer, and then once the connection is open, we're gonna send some test data, and then this dot peer, when we get a connection, we want to have this callback. This dot connection, when we get this data, we want to write the data. So right here, we want to change this to this dot download file. Let me know if you can't hear me, by the way, too. Where's the download file? All right. Now I need to look at something real quick. Bear with me. Sorry, guys. Just bear with me 1 second, just because I want to minimize the amount of errors. I just want to do a quick lookup. All right, cool. So when we upload the files, we're going to be working with the file API, creating blobs. So a blob is basically when you take the binary data, and it's just binary data. So you can turn any file type to a blob. So we're going to grab when we hit the button, we're going to grab the files, the first file that's uploaded. We're going to turn to a blob, we're going to get the file type, and then we're going to send it over the connection. All right, now let's go ahead and just add this input real quick. The type is going to be a file type. Then we're going to add a button. If I can spell it right, we're going to make the class. Oh my goodness. My wrist always hits my trackpad, and it always does that, and it's so annoying. Just going to keep a little default button here. Let's see, V on click. We want to do upload file. But what am I missing? I am missing the remote ID. Add another input. Add a placeholder. ID. Change. All right. So what we have here is we put in the remote channel ID, put in the file, you hit the button, and it uploads the file. But I realized I just did something wrong, so this right here, needs to go right here, because otherwise it's not going to know in the beginning who to connect to. On the download file, we're going to create an empty blob and read the data in. just put this newly created file. We'll just put that right there just for the time being. Let's go ahead and run the auth command and run our migrations. So I guess let me switch that back. There we go. Now let's switch back. If we go to the app, awesome, I got to register. Well, before I register, I need to npm run watch poll. Cross env not found. Npm run dev. This is strange. This is strange indeed. Failure at the deployment script. And while that's figuring that out, let's go to home. Let's go ahead and get rid of all of this. I'm going to put file, share, get rid of example, put file share, oh, so I didn't install the packages. Okay. Dumb mistake. I'm setting that up. Let's see. File share. We got peer. Is this done yet? Oh, no. What's going on? Protocol. Huh. Well, I'm never afraid of going ahead and trying it on the live server. So what we're going to do is go ahead and select test run. I've already set up everything on my Laravel Forward server. Let's head back. Oops. Let's go ahead and just head over to forge.laravel.com. Run my recipe. Let's install. Go ahead and install my node dependencies on the server. Oh no. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my virtual machine. I think I messed something up with the memory settings. Or maybe my stuff's just getting full. I don't know. I'll figure it out though. In the meantime, we'll just work on the live server. Go ahead and create my account. If anybody's on, you can go ahead and go to fileshare.JyroneParker.com. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat room now. And you can help me test it out here in a second. As soon as we get all the kinks out. Alright, so it's working on that end. Alright, cool. I don't recommend doing this because you're really never supposed to do work on the production server, but because I am doing a live stream and I didn't expect this to happen, I have to wing it. Alright, now I get to see where my stuff's breaking. Oh, fire share? Huh, that's rich. No, file share. File. File share. Alright, now let's see. Let's try that one more time. You know, I don't like to write the app before I do the live stream because I want you guys to get the full experience of writing code. So I think it's good for you guys to see when it crashes. Like, for example, I forgot to put a comma. Stuff like that. It'll drive you crazy. All right, where was it? Comma. Don't miss any more commas. All right. We're almost done, by the way. But this video's already taken up more time than I expected. So once we get it up to a working version, I'm going to go ahead and stop it, and we can do a part 2 because I want to implement push notifications and web and video and audio calling as well. I need to get a better microphone. Anybody know where I can? Here we go. Anybody know where I can get a really good microphone? All right. Now let's check the view panel. See what's going on here. The request has been blocked. Let's load it. Oh, I forgot to put the freaking host. Where's it at? Peer.js. Alright, let me just go up here. Video chats, got the components, got peer, got view. No. Okay. So I delete that. You can or omit the ID if you want to have a random one from the server. I'll just okay. It said null, but maybe null won't work. I'm just gonna put that right there. All right, host. Alright, that should work now. And then I need to start the Peer.js server. I guess I can go ahead and do that from Laravel Forge. Need node server.js /home/forward/fileshare.JyroneParker.com. Make this root. Let's see if that's running. It says it's starting. It says it's still starting. I need to know when it's not starting anymore. I don't think that's too much to ask. Failed. Exit too quickly. All right, let's see what's going on here. Node server. Let's just file a directory. Alright, so we got files, one of those things. Check this real quick. Checking some certificate information. Don't want you guys to look at it. Oh, okay. I figured it out. I had an extra semicolon once again on some silliness. All right, let me switch this back so you can see what I'm doing. All right. All right, go back to Damon's. We're gonna restart this. And also, I guess I need to make I need to have peer 2 running. We're gonna have that in port 9000. Awesome. We are cooking with gas. All right, let's go back. Gonna refresh this. All right. All right, up here. Awesome. So as you can see, we are now connected. We have our random ID, which is not showing up for some reason. Channel ID is peer.id. That is peculiar. Let's see, peer. All right, well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wrap this whole thing into a transition. Undo this v if equals ready. Is ready or just ready? All right. Ready equals false. Just copy this up right here. Just put that. That up. I want to see something. So we got, let me click this. Let me just click these headphones. File. Can I read properly 0 up undefined? Alright. Let me just see something real quick. Vue.js bind file. Troubleshooting on the live. Yeah, what will happen? Let me just try. Just try this. Got this file right here. We're gonna make that. We're gonna do the model equals file. Let's see how that works. I've never binded a model with the file before, so this is new territory to me. That's sent up there, so let's go ahead and do a run dev while it's doing that. Alright, saying I could use it, so. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Okay. File inputs are read only. Use the on change. Alright, so I'm learning something. So apparently they changed view where you can't use v model. You got to use on change. Alright, so let's try this. Alright. Let's do v on change update file. We're gonna do update file function event. Alright, that should work. Alright, I don't know what that was about. Okay. Alright, let's send that up. Alright. Not properly set. Alright, this little tedious stuff is annoying. But this is it. Alright, I'm taking this. try this. All right, let's see what that does. If I can't get this work in the next little bit, then I'm going to stop here, make this a two-part video series. So far, we are connected to the peer server. Um, what I'm trying to figure out is how to dynamically get the files using Vue.js. Having a little difficulty, but that's okay. That happens with code. It's real life, real code. All right, I'm gonna try one more. I know I said one more, but I have one more. I just want to do some troubleshooting. But in either case, this will definitely be the last thing. Oh, I forgot to push. Circular. All right, guys. I think I figured out what the problem is, but I've already gone over my allotted time. So come back tomorrow, and we're gonna finish part 2 up. So far, like I said, gotten where we've created the server and we can connect to the server. What I'm currently trying to do is grab the files from the selected computer and send them over the data stream. So we will have that finished tomorrow. Once again, thank you guys for taking the time. If you haven't already, head over to my website, JyroneParker.com. Subscribe, like,